So I'm Shravan, and I'm studying Masters in Automotive Engineering, and I'm almost in my last semester right now. So, and in my free time, I would like to do some sport, go on hikes, dance a bit of salsa. Hi. Yeah, that's all about me. So, probably Laura.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura. I'm the second head of Tandem. We're doing this together this semester. And I'm joining Tandem for a year now. And I do study artificial intelligence, and in my free time, I love doing sport. You can go on.
Yes, so hello everyone, this is Nakul Sharma. I'm doing Masters in Informatics. And then what I like to do in free time, I play judo and I like swimming and skiing stuff. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marina. I'm studying user experience design in bachelor, and I'm already part of the program for the first one semester, and I started to redesign the website. And my hobbies are skiing, riding, and drawing.
Hi, I'm Sri. I'm studying international management and I'm in the fourth semester. In my free time, I like to do reading and meeting with friends and so on. And I've also joined the language center for a year now.
Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm also studying user experience design here at KI, and in my free time I like to play the guitar or do sports.
Hello, my name is Nikhil. I'm studying in software development technology. This is my second one. My free time I like to watch some games like football and also
Maybe we can wait for someone.
yeah.
Event. We want to give you a short presentation about the Language Tandem department. We are only a department, we're not a club. We belong to the NICE club. We just want to give the presentation.
Yeah, sure. So as I see, there are some people who are continuing from the last semester, and there are some people who are starting this semester. So if you have any questions, you can just stop me and you can ask me, or you can ask me at the end as well. And after presentation, we'll try to discuss of where you can help and what you can help. But let's just start with a small introduction. So to start with, who we are and what we offer as a department. These are the two topics on which I'll be speaking for the next 15 minutes, I guess. And going ahead, values and goals. As you see, we want to make things easier for integration when people go to a new place, and how to integrate easily without much fuss, something like this. That's what we try to achieve, or that's our goal. And our vision is to make language learning fun and interesting. Good. So, how do we achieve this? Our goals and our vision. We try enable language learning by sharing and helping each other. This is one of our event that we are doing, which I will come later in the presentation. And so while working, we respect all the cultures and we try to be unbiased all the times. So going ahead, so what we offer, we try to offer 4 different activities. We offered 3 different activities last semester, and we thought of starting the 4th activity last semester, but we could not do it. And in the registration forms for the participants who want to participate in our events, I also asked if they are interested in the 4th activity, and we saw a positive response from them, but we did not really decide how we are going to do it. But let's start with the first activity. The first activity is called Tandem Pairs. The second activity is called Tandem Families. The third activity is called Tandem Meets. The fourth is called Tandem Acts. the first now, the tandem pairs. What we do exactly here. For suppose there is a person who is coming from Spain who can speak Spanish, or from Colombia or any Latin American country who can speak Spanish, and there is a person from Germany who wants to learn Spanish. And obviously, the person coming from Spain would like to learn German, and in this case, these two people can help each other. So, what we offer is a platform where they can register with us, and there is a particular time in which they can register with us. So, this time has actually completed for us. It was started about 4th of March, and was it 4th of March? 12th of March. Yeah, I think it was started on 12th of March, and it ended on 26th of March. And we already have participants or other people registered for the event. And that's also one of the things what I said about our fourth event, where we got our feedback. So yeah, once these people are paired together, people who can help register with us, then we'll try to pair them and try to send an email to them saying that now you can practice the language together. So here, as a volunteer, what you would need to do. One is the first thing, to be a contact person. By contact person, I mean probably try to contact the participants once in a month and try to find out how is it going for them. Did they start already speaking to each other, meeting in person, or probably also online, and see if they are doing, then it's fine, and just ask them how it's going on. If they are not doing, ask them the reason why they could not start, or why they don't want to do once after they got the partner, so that we have option to see what's going on not so good and what's going on good, and so we can continue to improve ourselves and improve the activity or the offering for the next semester. And probably after the presentation, I will also show you there are some documents that we also send to the participants that you also need to attach in the email, and then just send the emails. So the next activity is tandem families. Here the difference is that we try to map people together in group of two, or I mean not two but 3 or 4. And again the difference is that probably in tandem pairs there is a person who is very good at a language and he can teach or she can teach that language to the person. But in tandem families, what we do is that we pair people who are learning the same language and almost at the same level.
Tandem pairs and tandem family, can the person participate in both, or
Yes. Both. They can participate in both. So the participants do not have any specific limitation. They can participate in all our activities. So the idea for the tandem families is that probably a native speaker do not really understand small aspects of the language, or probably the people who are learning a language probably have observed some things which would help the language learners to use it. So that's the idea behind having tandem families and grouping people who are learning the same language together. So as a volunteer, it's the same as tandem pairs. You just need to be the contact person for these people, and then see what's going on well, what's going on not so well, and then figure out why it's going on well and not so well. So the third one is called tandem meetings. So this would be a 1-hour session by any volunteer who wants to do the meeting, and he or she needs to decide a topic for the meeting on which he or she wants to do the meeting, and then try to write out 4 or 5 words on that topic so that when we post it on our Instagram channel or on the WhatsApp groups, you also see there are different words related to this topic. And when people are trying to attend this event, they also know that there are at least 5 words that they can use in this meeting or take away from this meeting and learn from them. So here you can literally do everything that you want. Probably you make a small presentation, or you start with a song to sing, or you play a game, or you start with a joke. I don't know. You can literally do anything. The thing is that initially, to break the ice, or there are different people who do not really know each other, and then you need to make them start talking. That's one of the main reasons why we have a topic for this meeting, so that once you meet, you just don't always start with hi and say probably I'm doing this, because if you are attending this meeting throughout the semester, if you are saying it does not make sense. And then, when you have a topic, it's also nice probably if someone wants to really talk and someone cannot really talk on the spot, then probably they can also prepare for the topic. And this way, they would improve their language skills as well. And the main motivation here is, or the main focus is not the grammar here, but just to speak. So you encourage the participants to speak, and when they make mistakes, you try to stop them and correct them. But it's up to you how you want to do. If you want to do at every point where they make a mistake, or if they are just speaking and then somewhere they are stuck, and you can help them. So that's how you can do the kind of meeting. We have a short video that we recorded last semester. Probably it gives you some insight of how we do the kind of meeting. Hello. Today we are going to make a small role play of our tandem meeting, and by this you would understand how a tandem meeting goes on. So today the topic for the meeting is going to be universe, stars and sky, and we're going to speak about it in this meeting. And this meeting would be in English and level intermediate or advanced.
Crispy, I'm Ashish Devanand, and you guys can call me as Deva. I'm doing my second semester.
I already got the knowledge about it, so at the time when he was thinking about the star and moon, I was believing.
So these meetings can be organized online or in person. If you are doing a meeting online, you need to create a link for the meeting and send it to our people from advertisement department so that they can work with it and make it available for the participants. So I'll come back to it after the presentation. How does it work? Because I need to show some documents about it, and then we'll come back to it. And the last activity that hopefully we'll start this semester is called Tandem Acts. So the idea is that we try to group people who are learning the same language, like tandem families together, but here they have a task. They need to think of a topic or a story, short story, and then try to write a script for the short story just for 5 to 6 minutes, something like that. And then try to make a role play or make video of this role play, like a short movie on YouTube or Instagram. I don't know exact. There is not exactly any specific way that we thought of, But yeah, we need also volunteers here who can think of and come up with an idea of how we can do this and how we can also take it to the participants and how to make this interesting and short and not too much of work for the participants. So this is the structure of our organization team for Language Tandem this semester. You also have it with you. So I'm Shravan, as I already said, and she's Laura. We are going to be the heads of Language Tandem this semester, and we are going to see how our activities are going and coordinate between all the teams so that everything is going according to be planned or how we plan. And so there are 5 sub-teams here. One is for tandem pairs and families, and the head of these sub-teams, we call them captains. And this captain would, or we would try to communicate with this captain, and the captain will be communicating with the volunteers themselves, so that you always don't need to talk to so many people, or it's sometimes confusing, or it takes a long time to speak with too many people. And then in this way, we thought you can also be in connection with the people who know things, and hopefully you feel good about it. If you don't really feel good about it, you can also tell us, and we'll try to again change it the next semester. So, as I said, for tandem pairs and families, we do not really have a captain yet. So, we need a person who can take care of this thing. And for tandem meets, David is the captain. So, if there is a person who wants to do a tandem meet, so he speaks with David, he or she speaks with David, and if you do not understand anything, he can help it. He can help with it, because he also organized some meetings last semester, and yeah, he's good at it. And then we have an events team. The main reason why we have a specific events team is that as she already said, we also have NICE, and NICE also does events, and probably people have the question, why do we have a separate events team? The thing is that last semester, because of Corona, for the events there are only limited number of people who can attend the events, and there were also not so many events. So this semester they're going to have more events, so obviously people from participants and volunteers from Tandem can participate, go to the events from NICE, but we offer specific events so that we see our participants at least one time in a month, and get the feedback from them of how everything is going, and be in contact, so that we feel more like a family and not just like random club. And more about events, I'll just tell you later. And coming to Tandem Acts, the captain is Vikas, and he should have been here. I don't know why he's not yet here, but there's one more volunteer who signed up for this, and we need to start making a bigger team, because we need at least 3 to 4 people to brainstorm of how we want to do it and how we want to take it to the students. Well, the reactions from the registration form I saw is that people really liked it, but I'm not really sure how many really want to do it. And this is one of the events that I'm really excited about. And then we have advertisement. The captain of advertisement is Thui. She's there, and it's really important for us, the advertisement, because whatever events we offer, it does not make sense if it does not reach the target audience. So we take it really serious, and we try to advertise our events at least 1 week in advance so that participants can figure out their schedules and make time for the events if they are interested. They are participants because they are already interested. So that's the reason why we have a specific advertisement team. But NICE, as the club, also has an advertisement team. What we do is that we try to post about our events in our WhatsApp groups, and on the Instagram, we just pass on the information to the NICE team, so they will be posting it on Instagram. And we'll also, our advertising team also try to make strategies to see how the reach for our events and for our meets is, and then try to figure out strategies of how we can improve the reach, or where do we need more help, just to figure out how it can be done better, but also getting feedback probably from the groups, or also from the NICE Instagram page, something like this. So go ahead. So we have planned some specific events for this semester. We try to see that there is an event for at least once in 3 weeks or once in a month. So the first event that we plan is the kickoff with all the volunteers today, and I'm really happy that most of you could make today to this place. And the next event will be a welcome event. This would be for all the participants. So we are speaking in general and also in specific related to what the volunteers need to do here. But on 4th of April, we'll speak what is interesting for the participants. Again, what are the events that we have, and why do we do it, and also probably take their feedback of how do they like it, and something like this. And on this day, we will also have something called speed buddying, because we have closed our registrations. We sometimes already got some emails that people missed the registration dates and they want to register again. And for the organizing team, this would not be an ideal case, because once in a day we get an email saying that we want to again participate. It's a lot of work. We do pairing, we send emails, and then we again need to coordinate with all the volunteers. It's a bit of work. So we thought we will also do this speed buddying event on the day, and people can register on the spot, or they can find their language buddies then and there itself. And this we are doing from the last three semesters. And then we thought of doing an event for tandem families, because from the last semester we saw that people are interested in group into group, and they wanted to learn, but somehow they could not really start, most of them. And so it continued through the semester. So I don't think most of them even saw each other who are back together. So we thought if we could do an event and they can see their partners for the first time, there probably it's more interesting and exciting for them. And we are hoping that this would work well this semester. And then the next event, we just have a specific timeline in which we need to do. For example, with at least 3 weeks of gap, we'll try to organize the next event. And we are trying to organize this next events outside, so it's also weather dependent, so we have to be flexible. So that's the reason why we did not really decide the dates for this events. So yeah, game evening, volleyball and ping pong, and then Bavarian barbecue. So these events will be organized by the events team, and I think I missed before. Sawan is the captain of the events team, and he also organized this event here, getting ready with the papers, the prints, and everything. the last thing is the cultural insights. This is something we wanted to offer in the semester, but we do not have any presenters yet. This would be taken care by the marketing team again. The idea is that the students from different localities or countries will speak about their countries, and then like 15-20 minutes, and they will open a Q&A session for the next half an hour, something like this. And we can do this online on Skype or Zoom, and we can also do it in person, probably in the at the university or at Bronish Raj House, or once the temperature is high, it gets warmer, we can also do it in parks or do it as a walk and talk event. So it's an everything is open. So the event team can also think about it and plan about this thing, how we need to do this. And yeah, we would be again still continuing to work on the website. As Verena told you before, she was working on the UI design of the website, and hopefully we'll come up with a good UI design by the end of this semester. I think I can also show you our website right now, which is not so good and so perfect, but we still have a website there. Probably I will also show you that after the presentation. Yep. So it's a lot of information. I've been talking from last 10 to 15 minutes, I guess. I don't know. My watch is somehow not working right now.
Definitely.
Okay, so it's already 20 minutes there. Yeah. So you can probably think about what I spoke, and probably take 5 minutes of time and see if you understood something, or if you did not understand something, or if you want to help us in a specific event, and then we'll get back to the question and answer session. Okay, so did you understand something, or did you really understand nothing, or do you have any questions? Just feel free.
One question. So I, as you know, I want to join the Tandem Meet, and you have to, tell them the topic 1 week before, right?
Yes.
So do I have to send it 1 week before my presentation, all the stuff to any department, or do I have just to finalize the date, and then doing the preparation for this event or for this meeting on my own, and I don't have to send all my stuff to this specific department?
Yeah, I'll get to it right now. Yeah, this is called a weekly meeting book. This is a Excel sheet on the Google Drive, and we will share the link with you. And you need to write in this, and you see that there are different tabs here for every week. So you write in this tab. For example, if you are doing meet in this time period from April 11th to 16th, you need to write in by 4th of April. Yeah. And then our marketing team would look into it and probably make posters and also advertise it by 7th of April. So there is at least 4 days for the participants. If there is any meeting on 11th, if the meeting is on 16th or 17th, they have more time. But yeah, because our marketing team cannot really advertise all the time or work all the time, we try to advertise it on every Thursday, and yeah, again on the day of the meeting.
I can, when I'm the host of this meeting, I can say, for example, at this date I have time, and then the participants adapt or adapt this meeting, or even not.
Yeah.
Or
we cannot really control the participants and how their timing schedule is. So what we do is that we go according to the flexibility of our volunteers. But if needed, we also made a survey at what times people have. So, for example, if you have 3 slots in a week where you can do it, and you want to see which is the most popular time, so we can send you these details, and you can just see if you can do a meeting in any of these times. If not, it's also okay, because we ask them first priority or second priority like this. But sometimes people just have time and they will also turn up. Okay. And also, as you see here, you write your name, and the date on which you want to do the meeting, and the time, yeah, day, and the language in which you want to do the meeting, and the level. And we categorize language levels into 3 at Language Tandem: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. We do not try to do it A1, A2, B1, B2, and C1, C2. Makes everything a bit complicated, and you do not really understand the borders. And then you write a topic, and then you write at least 5 words related to this topic. And then you write if you want to do it online or offline. And if it's offline, you need to write in where you want to do it. And you can talk about it with David. You can either, if you are doing it at the HI, you need to book a room, so you can book it by yourself, or you can take help of David there. And if you are doing it at any other place, you can also just say at what is the location at which you meet, the meeting point, and then you can meet the people there. Yeah, and if it's online, then you have to create a link and put the link beside in the location. So our marketing team has the information, all the information here, so it's easy for them to use it and make the poster and put the information there.
And is every week or once a week?
Yeah.
Right?
We say at least 3 times a month. So
Once a week.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and what more about Tandem needs? And yeah, I think yeah.
For the tandem pairs and the families, if I'm looking for the tandem pairs and families, do I just need to send the mail, or also I need to match the pairs?
We already matched the pairs. We have them ready, and we also compiled a template. We made template. All the thing that you need to do is probably I'll just show it. It's much easier. Can you open the template? So this is a template. We almost wrote all the information that we need to communicate with the participants. And one thing that is remaining is we need a contact person for them, so that if they have any question, they have a person who they can contact. And for our advertising purpose, we also try to ask the participants if and when they meet, and if they take any photos to send to us, so that we can also use it for the advertising purpose. And yeah, all you need to do here is that you need to write the name, email ID, language they want to learn, language they want to teach, and the hobbies of the math people there, and then the details of the contact person, and then send the email to the participants.
What exactly is the contact person? Is it among us or other person who are volunteers?
It could be among us. We need to talk about it right now, and then once we get the contact person, once we get the captain of the tandem pairs and families, then he or she can figure out who can be contact person of who. I think we have about 9 pairs this semester till now, and about 9 families or 11 families. one for families and one for pairs should be enough. But if it's too much, then probably we'll have one reserve person who can help there.
So the contact person will contact you
No.
directly, or
We will send you the information that needs to be written here, and you send emails.
the captain name.
Probably the captain will try to assign a contact person to the pairs and families, and then you will get the information, and as volunteer you need to send the emails, and then there are also some other documents that we have. You will also get the documents, and you send the emails, and then for example, we have a event for tandem families, meetup for tandem families. So here you can probably write to them on email and ask them or how to say, invite them for this event to come and meet their family members for the first time, or if they already met, then they can also come there, and we'll try to have some games or something like this. Yeah, right for them, and then once in a month try to contact them and see if everything's going fine. If yes, how we know how. And the one of the document that we send is called a goal setting document, and they can just write in what they want to learn at the beginning, and say, okay, this is what I want, this is what my goal at the end of the semester would be, and they can divide it into sub goals, weekly goals and monthly goals, and they can send it to you back, and when you try to approach them, once a month, you can see what their goals are, and you can ask how they are doing. Like that. Yeah. Sometimes, I would say from our previous experience, 40% of times you will not even get answers from the participants, so don't get disappointed when you do not really get the answers from participants. But yeah, try your level best just to contact them and see what's going on.
Are you interested in being the captain of Tandem Pairs and Family?
Yeah.
Or a contact person?
Yeah, maybe one.
So what's the captain need to do then?
The captain tries to connect with the contact person and see what's going on, and try to make strategies to see or to improve.
Can the captain also make a contact?
Yeah, he can also be a contact person, or he can also talk with the people who are interested and assign these contact people to the groups or the pairs and families we have, and send this information again. The contact person themselves can send the emails, then it would also be much easier. Yeah, and we are also trying to write a document in which there will be helpful resources for the people who are learning different languages. For now, we just have two in it. Probably can open it, the document, additional resources for language handling. No, in the same document we have.
Oh.
Yeah, that one. Well, it's not really so much, but yeah, these are some resources that I found probably helpful, and I wrote in these things. And if you also find some helpful resources, probably I don't know if you are learning a new language and where you get some interesting information, or if you are trying to learn a new language and you find I can do this without straining myself for some time, and I can do this without straining myself for some time. So you can write in this information, and it could be helpful for all the people who are learning the language. Yeah, I think that's all from my side, unless and until you have more questions. And I would now request you to go to our captains, the available captains right now. Can I please call the captains here once? So again, Savan is the captain for events, David is the captain for meets and Thui is captain for advertising. So we need at least one person for advertising, we need at least one person for events, and we need more people for the meets, because we want to offer meets in at least 5 languages: English, German, Spanish, Korean, and French. So I know you cannot really speak a new language for offering it, but we need at least we need people for sure for German, 2 to 3 people, because we also need to offer it in different levels, at beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So we need at least 3 people for German, and we need at least 2 people for Spanish, and I think for English 1 or 2 persons would be enough. And if we have some people, at least one person for Korean and French. If you cannot speak Korean and French, we need to continue our search further, and that would be a task for the advertising team again. So yeah, please talk to the captains. And yeah, before going to this, I also want to ask if someone wants to be captain of pairs and families. Perfect. So you can also, I mean, you can also sit there and people can come to you. It's no problem. And for pairs and families, we need only 2 people who can help or who can be contact person. So
I think I will be also one contact person, but also managing that.
okay.
Because I have a project that I need to have enough hours.
Yeah, sure. Perfect. So yeah, please go ahead, speak to the captains, and once you decide, please let us know, so that we will write everything in the structure, so we have all the information here. Yes.
Leaving English at I think 7:30, and I already know what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask what's on the plan for today, because the next train will go at 9 o'clock, and I'm a little bit late.
Yeah.
So
we do not really have anything specific. We'll just keep this open for another half an hour, and then I just thought we can just speak, because we don't meet so often, and it would be nice to just speak. But if you have time, it's no problem. Yeah.
I'm just sitting here for the next minutes, but it's just that I know that I don't miss important.
Yeah.